Welcome to SSDI and COLA USA, your trusted source for Social Security, SSDI, SSI, and COLA updates. If you rely on benefits, you're in the right place. Every year, millions of Americans wait for just one answer: who is actually getting the Social Security raise? Recent updates have created excitement, confusion, and even panic. Some say only retirees will get the increase. Others claim SSDI and SSI are finally getting a bigger boost. So today, we're breaking it all down, clearly, simply, and directly. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly who qualifies, who benefits most, and how much you can expect from the upcoming raise. The cost of living keeps rising. Groceries, rent, utilities, medical bills, everything is hitting the budgets of seniors, disabled individuals, and low-income families. That's why Social Security raises, COLA adjustments, and annual benefit reviews matter more than ever. Recently, new updates have started circulating about who will receive increases in the coming year. But with so much mixed information online, it's easy to feel confused or misled. This video breaks down the truth. We'll explain how the raise works, which groups qualify automatically, how much each group might receive, and why some beneficiaries may not see the same increase as others. Stay till the end, because the difference between eligible and not eligible could change how much money you get next year. Many people believe that Social Security raises are random, but in reality, they follow a strict system. Most annual increases come from COLA, the cost of living adjustment. A is based on the CPIW inflation index. When the cost of everyday items rises, Social Security adjusts benefits to keep up. But here's what most people don't know. COLA applies differently to different programs. Retirees, SSDI recipients, and SSI beneficiaries are all included in COLA, but some groups feel the raise is differently due to additional rules. For example, Medicare premiums, especially Part B, can eat into retirees' raises. SSI has a federal maximum, meaning raises are consistent but small. SSDI raises depend on how much the beneficiary already receives. Understanding this system is the key to understanding who will actually get the raise and why some people receive more than others. So when a new raise is announced, it's not arbitrary. It's based on inflation data, economic conditions, and federal policy. And that's exactly why this year's update is so important for millions waiting to see if their benefits will go up. If you receive certain benefits, you don't need to apply, request, or submit any forms to get the raise. The increase is added automatically. Groups that qualify automatically include retired workers receiving Social Security SSDI recipients, SSI beneficiaries, survivor benefit recipients, abled adult children, DAC, widows and widowers, VA beneficiaries if tied to COLA. This means if you receive monthly payments from these programs, you are automatically in the group that receives the annual raise once it is confirmed. However, the amount you receive can vary dramatically. Someone earning $2,000 monthly will get a larger raise in dollars than someone receiving $900. Even if the percentage is the same, another important point. SSI recipients may receive the raise earlier or later depending on weekend or holiday scheduling. SSDI recipients typically see the adjustment appear in their January payment. This chapter establishes the foundation. If you are part of these programs, you will get the raise. The question is simply how much. While everyone in the qualifying groups receives the same percentage increase, the real financial impact is different for each category. Retirees usually get the largest dollar amount because their average monthly payment is higher, often between $1,800 and $2,000. A 3% to 4% raise for them adds up quickly. SSDI recipients typically receive slightly less because their benefit amount is linked to lifetime earnings before disability. Their raises matter greatly for covering medical transport, food, and housing. SSI beneficiaries receive the smallest amounts because federal maximum payments are low. Even with a raise, their payments increase by only a few dollars. However, for low-income individuals, even a small increase can make a difference. Survivor benefits and disabled adult children also receive meaningful boosts, but the increase depends entirely on their current benefit amount. So while all groups receive the raise, retirees and high-earning SSDI recipients tend to gain the most in dollar value. The raise is not about who is more deserving. It's about mathematical calculation based on current benefit amounts. Even though COLA applies to everyone, some people may experience a lower net increase. And these are the reasons. Medicare Part B premium increase. Retirees often lose part of their COLA because Medicare premiums rise yearly. State-adjusted SSI payments. Some states modify the SSI payment, which can offset increases. Medicaid rules. A raise may affect Medicaid eligibility thresholds for some SSI recipients. Garnishments, or overpayments. If the SSA is recovering overpayments, part of the raise may be withheld. Higher cost categories. Even if you get a COLA increase, inflation in healthcare or housing may outpace your raise. This chapter is essential because many beneficiaries misunderstand why their check dose and T go up as much as expected. The bottom line? You still receive the full COLA, but expenses and deductions can reduce the take-home amount. Social Security raise can be a financial lifeline, but only if you plan for it properly. The first step is calculating how much your new monthly amount will be once the raise is finalized. You can estimate this by taking your current benefit and adding the projected COLA percentage. Next, compare the new amount to your fixed expenses: rent, utilities, phone, medication, transportation, and groceries. Even a small increase can help cover medical costs or reduce stress during high-expense months. For SSDI and SSI recipients, a portion of the raise should ideally go toward savings if possible. Even $10, $20 per month adds up and can protect you from emergencies. Retirees facing rising Medicare costs should calculate net benefit after premiums. By planning early, beneficiaries can reduce financial uncertainty and make smarter decisions for 2026. Over the next months, SSA will continue analyzing inflation data, especially CPIW numbers. Each new report brings us closer to the confirmed percentage. The official raise is typically announced in October and then applied automatically in January. Until then, beneficiaries should stay updated. Avoid misinformation online and follow reliable sources like SSA announcements and trusted update channels. As inflation stabilizes or shifts, the raise may adjust slightly, but everyone in the qualifying groups will receive the final increase. This chapter reassures viewers that the process is predictable and transparent, not random or political. At the end of the day, SSDI, SSI, and Social Security benefits exist to protect millions of Americans. And the yearly raise, whether big or small, is one step toward keeping up with rising costs. Thank you for watching. Stay informed, stay prepared, and remember your benefits are your right. Thanks for watching SSDI and COLA USA. Subscribe for daily Social Security updates, COLA news, and everything you need to protect your financial future.